A man is in jail after police say he stole a car, then tried to sell it back to the victim.
Boy, you stupid, boy.
Oh my, I really tried to run out the jump when he seen me. I had to scream his name.
You could have said anything in the world, boy. You could have said you smacked me, hit me, but spit.
Man, you really blessed. You made it through not one, but 2 close calls, fam. That's something powerful right there. You got a purpose in this world, no doubt about it. If you didn't believe it before, that moment should have made your faith stronger than ever. But what if I told you this story gets even wilder? Both times you were hurt, it happened to your face, which makes it even more unbelievable. The first time came from a serious incident, and the second one wasn't any easier. And to make things even more unreal, it all went down on your birthday. For days after that, people close to you and even your rivals were talking non-stop about what really happened. You know how people are. Some are praying for you, some just being messy. That's how the world moves. Then, out of nowhere, a well-known rapper, who also happens to be known for sharing info online, posted a photo of you in that hospital bed with your face swollen.
I just spit in his face. Mine now ready to run, cuz. The police did a U-turn, that when he started cussing. That man wasn't even finna talk. Mine really tried to run out the jump when he seen me. I had to scream his name.
That's when the rumors exploded. People started saying things like, is he gone? Is he okay? Everyone wanted to know the truth. But the real question is, how did that person even get that picture? That's when you realize how wild things can get in certain cities. Sometimes the same person you trust might be tied to someone who doesn't even like you. And I'm not saying that's what happened here, but it shows how people play too close to the fire without thinking if they can handle the heat. The rapper we're talking about today might have been set up by someone from his own crew. Imagine that. It's your birthday, you're down bad in the hospital, and someone from your circle is out here sharing your photo for the whole world to see. Madness. At that moment, you know somebody around you can't be trusted, especially when you're at your most vulnerable. But the real questions are who and why. After digging deeper into this story, and we'll break it all down later in the video, it looks like this rapper keeps switching up his circle, hanging with new faces in different groups, some of them even linked to people he's had tension with. That's a dangerous mix right there.
Spit on me, word. Yo, nigga hit my dread. You ain't spit nowhere near me, nigga. You was 10, 15 feet away from me. What the is you talking about? I'm still in the casino. Me and my nigga, what the nigga? You just talking, running your mouth, nigga. You know what I'm saying? You nigga ain't no shit, cuz on my soul. B-Day-T.
So knowing all that, this whole situation could either be part of a setup or maybe payback for something that went down recently at a local Memphis casino. That night, things got heated and a confrontation broke out involving this rapper and another man. Let's just say disrespect was shown in a way that nobody takes lightly. You already know how serious that can get. Now, I know that's a lot to take in, but that's exactly why I'm here. We're gonna break it all down, step by step, and talk about the most recent event involving this rapper. For those who might not know, we covered his story before, back when he first got injured in the face. But today, we're diving deeper, talking about who this man really is, what went down in his latest incident, and what's been spreading all over social media. Maybe we can even pull a lesson out of all this chaos. Before we jump in though, remember this, I'm not here to twist the story. I'm just here to tell it like it is. So make sure you like, comment, and subscribe before we get started.
You could have said anything in the world, boy. You could have said you smacked me, hit me, but spit on my nigga grave. You ain't spit nowhere near me. You spit on the ground, young. And I walked up on you, big 30, all y'all. By myself, Dolo, me. MT Swan one time, but this shit.
Let's get to it. Meet Robert Mitchell, better known as Trai Slime. He's from the Ridgecrest Apartments in Memphis, a neighborhood some might recognize as once home to Memphis rapper Yo Gotti. In our earlier story, linked in the bio, we talked about Trai Slime's rough start, getting caught up at a young age after taking someone's car and then trying to sell it back to him. Wild beginnings for sure. It all started with a woman from the neighborhood who knew the situation firsthand. Let me give you a quick rundown. This went down on May 23, 2022. A Memphis rapper got arrested after police said he took a woman's car and then tried to sell it back to her for $3,000. The woman told officers her 2002 Infiniti was taken from a local hotel on BB King Boulevard. She said someone connected to a friend she knew online reached out and claimed they had the car. She asked for proof, and once she got it, she set up a meeting to get the car back. Smart move. She let the police know about the setup, and they were ready when the time came. When the suspect showed up, officers were right there and made the arrest. Robert Mitchell ended up being taken into custody and charged with auto theft and extortion. Not long after that, Trai Slime spoke out about everything in an interview.
A man is in jail after police say he stole a car, then tried to sell it back to the victim.
Boy, you
This happened
stupid,
May
boy.
23rd at the Indigo Hotel off BB King Boulevard. Police say Robert Mitchell stole a G37 Infiniti and then called the victim saying, well, they could get the car back for $3,000. That person agreed on the location, and then police met the suspect there. He left the scene, but they later caught up with him. Mitchell is now facing theft of property charges and extortion as well.
So what happened with that? Tell us what happened. Is the case dropped? You clear on that?
Yeah. Somebody stole a car, and I
Blamed
knew
you?
somebody. Nah, they blamed me. I knew somebody. A young nigga stole the car. I knew a person who knew the person who car was, so I tried to help them get it back.
But the pressure didn't stop there. Just 2 months later, things got even worse. In broad daylight, inside the Ridgecrest Apartments, Trai was hit in the face during a neighborhood altercation. Some people said the person involved was struggling with addiction, but whatever the truth, it was a chaotic and scary moment. Even worse, a child nearby got hurt during the same incident, but thankfully, both Trai and the child survived. That could have ended tragically, so thank God they pulled through. And get this, only 2 months later, Trai Slime found himself caught up in another wild situation. This time, he was seen with another local rapper when a serious altercation broke out at a nearby gas station. Investigators said the people caught in the gas station crossfire recognized 2 of the individuals as familiar faces from the area. Memphis police reported that it all went down on May 18, 2025, during a violent exchange at a gas station on Range Line Road in Fraser. According to court documents, 3 individuals reportedly took a man's belongings during the confrontation.
Tried to sell it back. They tried to come catch me. They did not catch me right there. They lied. I turned myself in.
Oh, you
I
turned.
had a warrant. They never caught me.
Okay. So you turned yourself in, and what happened after that?
I went to court for it a
Did
couple times.
Did they charge you for stealing?
Nah, they ain't
Okay,
charge me. You can't charge me for theft of property if you don't even got the car. They never got the car.
They never got the car?
No.
Oh wow.
They never got the car.
That's a good thing to know. So if a car gets stolen and they can't find the car, you can't get charged for theft of property. You can't find the car.
How? Who stole it? Did you see me steal it? No. It automatically should be joyriding.
Yeah, that's
If
crazy.
you don't.
Oh boy.
And moments later, the situation escalated between both sides. The scene turned chaotic fast. Sadly, one person lost his life, identified as Keyshawn Thomas. May he rest in peace, and prayers go out to his family and loved ones during this difficult time. After the incident, the victim spoke with investigators and claimed they knew exactly who was involved. They identified the suspects as 2 local rappers, YNC Trai Slime and Boo 2 Guns, whose real names were Robert Mitchell and Andre Scott. Police later confirmed the identification through their records, noting that Scott was 19 at the time.
Yeah. Ooh, I can't walk. I can't walk.
I can't do this. Nigga, I can't do this.
While Mitchell was 24, turning 25 soon after that. Court files also mentioned that Scott had been arrested back in 2022 in connection with an alleged violent incident. Then, earlier the following year, he got caught again, this time linked to stolen property and illegal items. Reports showed he was initially held on a $250,000 bond, but the case was eventually dismissed due to insufficient evidence. As for YNC Trai Slime, things got even more complicated. Authorities confirmed there was still a warrant out for his arrest, and word on the street said he was bouncing between cities, keeping his location under wraps. Some believed he stayed in Memphis, while others claimed he skipped town entirely.
610 Woodcliff Drive, number 1 and 1603 WPHJ1. Also another one in 2874 Shady Vista.
A 6-year-old juvenile has been shot in the face, 2610 Woodcliff, apartment number 1.
Anyway, Unit 22 is going to be transporting the original one male's in critical condition check. So we got Unit 22 to
156. What time the call come out? What time we make things?
call came in at 1602. First call vaccine at 1606.
106. The both victims in what were their condition? Non-critical or critical?
106, showing the victim is the Lavana, the 6-year-old, showing non-critical, but the victim at the mid was still showing critical.
Later records revealed that he was actually the third person mentioned in the case, originally unnamed at the time. But about a month later, police updated their reports and stated that YNC Trai Slime was no longer considered a suspect in the investigation. Investigators were still trying to figure out exactly who the other two people involved were and how they connected to everything. Eventually, police said they were able to identify Andre Scott as one of the main suspects after finding his fingerprints on a case of Sprite left at the scene. When detectives reviewed the security footage, they reportedly noticed that one of the men had placed both hands on that same Sprite case right before running off. Officers collected the case as evidence, sent it off to testing, and that's when things started to line up. According to reports, the prints came back as a match for Scott, confirming what the witnesses had already told investigators. Several people who were there also said they recognized the suspects as local rappers. Later, during a photo lineup, the victim was able to point out Scott as one of the people responsible. Scott was eventually taken into custody and faced serious charges related to the case. Around that same time, YNC Trai Slime didn't stay quiet. He used the buzz around his name to drop new music, even rapping over 50 Cent's Mini-Me instrumental.
Some shit finna go on now. Trai Slime. They don't care about the kids. They don't care about the kids. Yeah, they don't care about the kids. Huh? The boys right here. They got shot. He got shot.
It was like he was turning all that street talk into energy for his music career. But here's where the story takes another wild turn. Around this period, YNC Trai Slime started hanging out with a group called EBG, which had a reputation and plenty of rivalries in Memphis. For those who don't know, EBG stands for E-Bizzle Gang, named after E. Bizzle, a local figure who tragically passed away in a scooter crash back in 2015. The area in question sits over on Crockett Street, a spot well known in Memphis and often mentioned in rap songs. It's been a source of tension between local artists for years, especially after rapper Set dropped a track aimed at a well-known EBG member named Sed, who's sadly been missing for a long time. His father even put out a reward, hoping for answers. That situation hit the streets hard and stirred up plenty of emotion. EBG took offense to that diss track, especially since it included a line basically saying, "Don't come around asking about Sed." That lyric alone caused a storm online. The back and forth kept building, and things only got more intense when EBG Grizzle, another EBG member, got locked up on serious charges, which we actually covered in another video, link in the bio. Grizzle's name kept getting mentioned in songs from rival rappers like Pache, keeping the tension alive. Now here's why all this matters. YNC Trai Slime later made a surprise appearance on a couch interview series based out of Chicago, but that time they filmed an episode in Memphis, right on Crockett. During the conversation, Trai Slime's name came up, and it didn't go unnoticed. Fast forward to the holiday season of 2025, and that's when things really heated up. YNC Trai Slime was spotted hanging out with Big 30, who's known to be close with Moneybagg Yo. The two were seen leaving a casino, and that's where an incident reportedly happened. According to Online Talk, YNC Trai Slime had a heated exchange with an EBG member, and things almost got out of control. Later, he went live outside the casino, talking about what had just gone down, and that's how everyone found out Big 30 had been with him that night. The person Trai was referring to was believed to be from EBG, and it didn't take long for that individual to respond online. Right after that video clip started spreading online, everything went viral. People all over Memphis were talking, saying things like, "Did you see what Trai Slime said?" The internet went crazy, and you could feel the tension rising by the hour. Bloggers, fans, and even rival crews started chiming in with their own takes, and before long, social media turned the situation into a full-on storm. A few days later, the same EBG member Trai had words with decided to respond online. He went live calling Trai out and saying he was all talk. The video got shared everywhere, pulling in thousands of comments. Some people were hyping it up, while others were saying both sides needed to chill before things went too far. But in a city like Memphis, where every crew has ties, that's easier said than done. Trai Slime didn't waste time either. He jumped back online saying he was done talking and that people needed to stop playing with his name. Then, boom, he dropped a freestyle video, throwing shade right back at his rivals. It was bold, raw, and full of subliminals that everyone immediately started decoding. Fans were quick to say he's talking about EBG again. By that point, even bigger artists started paying attention. Some reposted clips, others left cryptic emojis under Trai's video, and a few just stayed silent. But you could tell everybody was watching closely. The streets were buzzing, and people started speculating that something major was about to go down. Meanwhile, Trai's crew was seen heavy in the city. New cars, designer fits, showing they weren't hiding from anyone. But behind the flashy posts and confident smiles, insiders said the pressure was getting real. The more the drama grew, the more dangerous it started to feel. Everyone could sense it. Something was brewing. And it wasn't just music anymore. That karma seemed to catch up fast, and once again, everything took a dark turn. It was January 4th, 2026, a day that was supposed to be all about celebration. Early that morning, someone close to Trai posted on social media, "Happy birthday, Trai. Me and the boys love you. Praying for many more. #bonus sign." But just hours later, things took a shocking twist. At an undisclosed location, YNC Trai Slime was reportedly injured during a targeted incident.
What made this situation even more